Hello, today I'm going to share with you how to use Vlookup and index match. So these two formulas are very important in my life because I'm an OL and I need to prepare a lot of data and reports for my bosses. So if you are stuck in the same situation, continue watching. So before you can go to Vlookup and index match to use them to their fullest capabilities, you need to know what is absolute referencing. So what is absolute referencing is actually this dollar sign that you see in your formula. How to get this dollar sign to show up? You press F4. After you click on F4, this dollar sign will come out, and it actually means that your cell value will be stuck at column A and at row 1. So you see, dollar in front of A will be stuck at A, dollar in front of 1 will be stuck at 1. So I'm going to show you real life example on how the absolute reference will affect the values on the cell. So what I have here is a simple database on the price of bubble tea according to each shop and the sizing of the cup. So if I have the absolute reference of B5, dollar in front of B, dollar in front of A, means it will show green tea wherever I go. So even if I push the formula downwards, it's still the same value. It will be at B5. Even towards the right hand side, it will also stay at B5. So this is the absolute reference stuck at both column and row. Next, I'm going to show you the absolute reference stuck at column A, but the row will move. So how to activate that? You click on F4, F4, F4 3 times. Now you see at B5, I click 3 times F4 to get to the reference to be stuck at the column B. So even when I pull the formula down, the row will move, but the column will maintain. So even if I pull it over to the right side, the column stays, but the row changes. Here's the last type of the absolute reference, which is stuck at row 1. So here you can see if I use the absolute reference for V5, press 2 times, the row will be fixed. But when I pull it over to the right side, it will actually show me the values now of the bubble tea. Now once I change the row, you will pull out all the cost of the milk tea across all the brands accordingly. Okay, so now you know about absolute reference. Let's go to the Vlookup and index match. So now I go through with you how to use Vlookup. So for example here, the data set we have is for bubble milk tea, the drinks menu item over here, and then the toppings available, followed by the cost per size and for each shop how much does it cost. For example, I'd like to order hazelnut milk tea with bubble toppings from Gongcha and I want L size. So for Vlookup, the most important thing is you have to know from which column you want the data to be retrieved from. So now I mentioned my criteria. I want to have my drink from Gongcha and it's L size, so I need the data over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to type in Vlookup. There's a shortcut function available so that you don't have to type in the full formula name if you are lazy like me. So click on tab, the formula will show over here. For Excel, they will also show you a prompt on how to use this function. So now we have this, they said over here, Vlookup value. So what value are we looking for? We are looking for the value over here. So I'm going to click over here. Then I'm going to use the absolute reference, but it's actually not required for this example, but it's actually a good habit to have if you are working with huge data and you want the formula to be fixed to a column. So now I'm going to use the referencing. I'm going to press 3 times, F4, 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 and it's stuck at column B now. So even if I move my formula over here, other cells, it will still be at column B. Then next, what you do is comma, then the table array. So this is my table. Make sure you put in the value that you need as well. Then you pull it across. Then here, another good habit to have, or I would say you must do, is to use the absolute referencing when you get the data from the table. So press F4, F4. Then now, like what I said just now, I want Gongcha size L drink. Then I need to know the column number. So I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's at column 5 for Gongcha L size drink. 5. Then I press comma. Then here is the next required field to have. Either is it a 1 for approximate match, then for 0 will be exact match. Normally I always use 0 for exact match as a shortcut. So 0, then enter. There you go, your hazelnut milk tea at Gong Cha $4. Simple check, hazelnut milk tea $4. Okay. Then next, I want to add the bubble topping. So now I can just simply copy the formula down and I will have the value ready. So check again, bubble at Gong Cha L size bubble $4. So the drink total cost will be $4.40. So for Vlookup, you definitely have to know the column number to grab the correct cell value that you need. So this is part of the limitations of using Vlookup. That's why I'm going to go through how to use index match as well. A similar matter with how to use Vlookup. But this is actually quite limiting in terms of how to use index match powerfully, but I'm just going to go through with you. So here, previously I selected Gong Cha L size. Then I want to have the drink of a green tea with aloe vera this time round. So what I'm going to input is index, open bracket. Then where the data will come from, the price will come from here, column F. And then I'm going to use the absolute reference. And then a key in match. So this is very similar to Vlookup. So now here, the lookup value, same thing. At the column B. Then cell reference 3 times. And next is the lookup array. Where does this cell value come from? Over here. And then I'm going to press absolute reference. And here, for match, we have 1, 0 or -1. So now we need 0 for the exact match. 0. Then there you go. You have your green tea cost at $3.20 from Gong Cha L size. Then copy the formula down. To add on aloe vera topping, 70 cents over here. So this is the simple way of using index match, which is similar to the function of Vlookup. So now I'm going to share with you how to use index match and another type of match. So again, using the Gong Cha sample, we are able to select M or L size and to show it up over here. So how I'm going to do it is, click equals index. Same thing, the value will come from here. So I'm going to highlight over here first, and then my absolute reference, and then my first match will be matching my order name, my drink name over here, column B again, and then press 3 times of F4, and then where is the lookup array? Again at column B, F4, then comma 0 for the exact match. Then one more match will be to match the size. So here I need M size, so I press here, and then now I'm going to do the absolute reference F4 2 times because I need the column to move, but I want the row to maintain. So it will be fixed at row 83, sorry. Then where can I find M on this information? Over here. So M to L. I mean column E to column F. So absolute reference again, F4, comma, and I want exact match 0. So close, equals. So here you can see Yakult green tea M size is 290. Yep, correct. Then I can just pull my formula over and downwards and it will show the information already. This can be done so because I've already done my absolute referencing properly. So just to check, okay, L size Yakult green tea, is it $4? Yakult green tea $4. And then the cognac jelly is 60 cents. Yep. So this is how you use index match and match. So next, I'm going to show you how to use index match and with the array function. So the array function will add in a lot more power into this index match function. So here, for example, I would like to order milk tea with bubble and the shop name Liho. So from Liho, and then I can also display the price for M or L size. So for example, here we have equals to index. So now I'm going to pick all of the data over here and then click on F4. And my first match will be to match the order type. So here I ordering milk tea, so column B again. And where can milk tea be found? Yes, it can be found in this column B again. 4, 0. Exact match 0. One more time of match. Now this time I want to match my shop name. So my shop name will be at column C, row 97 over here. 3 times of F4. Next. So I click on the cell reference to be fixed at C because when the formula moves down or right side, I want it to be still fixed at the shop name. That's why I put it fixed at C. So next, what you do is you use the M function. One more thing to look out for is the drink size. So here we have M size or L size. I want to find out how much does it cost for an M size drink. Then I click on the cell reference 2 times because I want to fix it at the row, not the column this time round. Then comma, Where can I find the shop name? Shop name will be over here, row 49, absolute cell reference. And where can I find the size? At row 50, and then absolute reference again, comma 0, close and close. And now for the array formula to work, Control Shift Enter. There you go. Here you have, just for checking, LiHo milk tea M size. LiHo milk tea M size 260, correct. So just copy over the formula, and you can see LiHo milk tea L size, is it 360? Yep, it is. So anytime you change the shop name, the formula will work accordingly and grab the information. So lastly, I'd like to share a tip with you in case you couldn't find out where your formula went wrong. There's this help available at formulas and then evaluate formula. It will step through the formulas one by one so that you can see exactly at which point you went wrong. So you can do evaluate to show what the data is like. This is very useful for troubleshooting if your formula goes wrong. So that's it. Here's the end of my tutorial on how to use Vlookup and index match. I hope it helps you out in your working life, and then if you still have any questions, put it down below, or for my friends, just send your shit to me and I can look at it and help you do something about it, okay? So that's all for today. Bye!